Well, hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today's video coming from the London Club. Never had the opportunity to play this golf course, so really looking forward to it. The clubhouse behind me is like a wow factor when you get here. However, it's not about that. Today is all about the watch that I'm wearing, the new Amazfit Balance 2 watch. Yes, I'm going to use this watch to see if it can navigate me around this golf course. I've never seen it before. Let's get out on the golf course, see what features we've got. I'm going to talk you through it. Let's see how I get on. This is slightly different. I mean, if you just turn around now, you can see what is going on here. There is 10 of us teeing off the first. Different. Did you get the line? Do you know the line?
Oh, it's just straight over the post in front of us.
Okay. That'll do, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Well, that was interesting. We're not staying as a 10 ball. We're going to split in, I think, to 2 5s. There's lots of other kind of media people here today. So, but I think they just wanted us to get going as one big group and then we kind of figure it out from there. But that was quite cool using that map on the first. I've never used a map on my watch to start sort of figuring out ways around, but you can see here that it's kind of counting down as I'm kind of going around. But the great thing is, with a blind tee shot like we had here, I was able to even see, sometimes you don't even know which direction the ball's got to go, as in, like, is it dogleg around to the right, is it dogleg around to the left, is it down straight? And you can see with this one, par 5 down the hill, little dogleg round from right to left. So, first impressions, super lightweight, and didn't interfere with my swing. Right, as we turn around, you can see that I'm left with, but not a lot in here, to be honest with you. 176 to the middle, but I'm going to swipe across, and now you can start moving, I believe, the cursor to the point of where you believe the hole is located. So we can see here now I've got 181 yards to that flag, which it's already changed on the watch as well. And then if I swipe across again, you've got a few different hazards locating. So 199 to get past all the water on the right, so that obviously goes just past the flag there. And again, different bunkers, different hazards. So it's quite good from a plotting point of view. Right, I think it's me. I'm going. I have no idea. I'm going to go with 5-iron and see if I can just chop something up across the water there. Bear out a little bit further left. Oh, it's come out like a knuckleball. Sit down. Sit. It's flown out of there. Wow. No, it wasn't a 5-iron anyway. Steady, steady, steady. Got a putt. We've got a putt. Travel. Travel, travel, travel.
I think those will give me something.
We okay?
That's good.
Moving on.
We're good, we're good.
To be fair, I'll take the par from there. There's a lot going on that hole, a lot of ready golf going on. So I'll take my par and we'll move on. Everybody else has got buggies, but we're walking today to really put the watch through its test. You know, see what my recovery is going to be like. Because these watches really were originally designed for fitness watches, really, to be fair. And now they're bringing this one into the golf market, so we should get a bit of everything going on today. So, planning my way onto hole 2, par 4. It's only, there's obviously a back tee, but there's this forward one that we're playing with today. It's 332 to the middle of the green, but because I've programmed in the fact that I've got a 260, let's say, driver, it gives me a line there to tell me sort of a radius, should we say, of where my driver's likely to get to if I hit it at that 260. So you can see, well, I can see that, you know, the bunkers should be easily coverable today, and it looks like the further up I go, the wider the hole gets, which is, again, you know, you have to make a decision. Can you get beyond those bunkers? If I was off that back tee there, I'd be looking to possibly bring myself short of the traps because I'm just going to hit straight into the middle of them. So, you know, a really useful tool when plotting your way around. It's a bit heely, that might not carry that yardage. Get up. Oof. Fell in. That was poor. Right, not my best, to be honest with you. It's just a really bad shot off the tee. So I'm left with and I've left the pin in the middle because it's right in the middle of that green there, but this lip is absolutely enormous when you come down here, so it's just a case of just get it back into play really, if I'm honest. Splash it out, miss this lip, and try and then wedge it on. It's out. A little bit disappointed with that, if I'm honest. A straightforward par 4. 3 worst words in golf. Still your shot. Right, 80 yards. I've got it to that flag, which is just a full 60 really. Would be good from here. Go forward. Recovery. You need good recovery. Right, not as close as I was hoping. I thought I'd at least got that pin high. And to be fair, you know, when I plotted it, you can see, well, you can see it here now, but that flag is actually just a little bit past pin, sort of middle. Wouldn't have known that, so it was probably playing maybe 5 or 6 yards longer, which is probably why I've always used rangefinders, let's say, over watches in the past. But I think as a kind of going hand in hand with both of them together, I think they always work really well. Turn left. Oof. Ooh, that was staring double bogey in the face there, wasn't I? Third hole, little dog leg around from left to right, only small, probably a little bit more on this tee angle actually. There's a bunker down there which is at 370, so there's no real drama with that one for me. So yeah, far away. There, that's the one we wanted. Well, I've actually shocked myself there, to be honest with you. I know it's slightly downwind, and the fairways are quite firm. Front of this bunker over here on my watch said it was 285 to get to it, so I knew I had to slide it off of it a little bit because I might run out to this area because I'm like a 260 off the tee at best. But I've bounded down there. I'm probably close to 300 off the tee. Pop that in the little diary. So I'm just bringing that pin down to the kind of front portion there of the green, which is right there. And then if I slide it back, right, okay, I got 94 to the front, 100 to that flag, 129 to get over the back. Smooth 56. I would say slightly past this pin to the right is probably not a bad miss because that is danger at the front and danger just left behind. Just be the number, please. Sit. Come on. Not bad. A little tick for the watch there for that one. Right. Let's see if we can get this back here. This would be nice, wouldn't it? Stay. Oof. It just wiggled at the end there. In. So, third hole. Got to be patient because I got a little bit impatient on the last hole, so I didn't put my score in. So by the time I got to this hole, it then moved into the scoring side. So 180 to the middle. I think that pin is right on that. There's like a back shelf. So I'm going to set it at like 188, 192. So it's only about four paces kind of on from the back of that green, right in the middle there. I'm going to go with like the 180 club, which is just a little 5-iron off the drifty 5-iron. Don't go long is the word here. It's pulled. Get down. Yeah. Right, good luck with this one. I think, to be honest with you, the sensible play is more of a just get it on the green and give yourself a 2-putt bogey and run away, but we'll have a go and see what happens, shall we? Kick forward, kick forward. That is poor. Right, that wasn't very good, was it? So now we're looking for a dead arm kind of spinner to leave it on the top shelf if we can. Yeah, about there. That'll do. Oof, what a mess that was. Yeah, tough hole. Off this tee, 5th hole, playing 3-4-7. Big dogleg round from kind of left to right. Doesn't look like too much trouble, so again, a little buttery fade is probably the play with the driver. That'll do. Nice. So 5 holes in, and first impressions are, I love it. I said it earlier on, but I love the fact that it doesn't get in my way. When I use the Apple Watch, I sit it on this kind of arm like this, but this button always gets in the way. So half the time I'm speaking to Siri when I'm playing. And you can feel it as well as you kind of swing the club. You can kind of feel the watch on your wrist a little bit with that Apple. Even though the Apple's a smaller watch, it's like we've got probably a little bit of a better design with this particular one. Other thing is I've linked it obviously to my phone, so I have been getting some messages as I'm coming through. I'd like to probably turn those notifications off as I'm going around, because I don't really want to get the text messages and the vibrations on my hand, certainly not if you're hitting shots, so got to be aware of that sort of stuff. But considering these guys are brand new to the market, I'm impressed. I've got to say, I've used a number of these watches throughout the years. For those of you remember, I was with ShotScope for a couple of years. I find this one an easier, probably a slightly easier interface with it. And then I've obviously done a lot with Garmin as well. So all in all, first impressions, I like it. I really, really like it. 87 yards to the middle of this green, so an absolute whopper down there for me. Because this green, and this is probably going to be a negative, not just for this watch, but for all watches that we kind of have worked with, is that I'm now in a position where I can't really see where the flag is on the green, because the green is sort of pitched up a little bit. So I'm really unsure as to where it is. So I've got, based on that, I'm going to just have to go to kind of like the middle of the green. This is where rangefinder zapped that as well. Got middle of the green, got the flag. They go hand in hand. But with that in mind, into wind, I'm going to go 56. Just catch hold of it, wind, and drop it, stop it. Spin, spin. It's okay, I think we're all right. Can't see the bottom of the cup, but I think it's fine. Got it actually pin eye, which is a result. Putt for birdie. Let's see if we can get one back, shall we? It's gotta move. Oh, that's disappointing. Par 5, 518. I can't, by the look of it, I can't get to the traps, which are 333. There is a trap down the left-hand side, but it's not really designed off this tee. So I think we can just sort of fire one away. I like this little fade I got today, so just aim down the kind of middle and then just move it on the slope. Hold that line. Oh, that's tree line. That's a cart path, that one, I think. 229 to the centre of the green. This is where these sort of watches can kind of come into their own a little bit, because you get a bit more of a view. I'm a bit blind on my shot here, and I'm coming out of some thickish rough. Should we ever go with that 5-wood and just see what happens? I don't really want to rip it, because it will probably fly out of this lie if we get a decent strike on it. Oh, that's bunker bound, I think. Hopefully that's bunker. Hopefully we find it. Right, got a bit of trouble to deal with here. Bunker, bunda. It is firm around this golf course. Really firm. Go, 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 go. Cool. I feel like Sevi today, you know. I think he'd be quite proud of me right now. Ooh. There's a lot of golf going on here at the moment.
Back in, alright?
Okay. Right, 320 yards off this tee, so nothing major. Again, my kind of line on the watch is telling me that those bunkers shouldn't really be a problem, but I think just right of them is probably the line. Get down. Get down on that line. It'll be okay. In the rough. Okay, perfect little spot really, kind of like got a bird's eye view to the pin, so I can easily mark it up on the watch, bringing it to 84 yards to that flag, 95 yards. So I've got a little bit of room behind. I think it's just a full kind of lob wedge out of here, and make sure you get it over the kind of bunker area there, which is going to be 75 yards. So yeah, 90-yard club should be good. Just fly a little bit, please. It's just coming out of that rough, it just snagged it. Bunkered. Absolutely bunkered there. Release ball, release, 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 release. Not the best. £10 sun saves. Oh, what a mess. Right, 8th hole, par 3, over, beautiful hole over water, but tough hole. Playing a little bit down, and I'm not going to see much of slope on here, which I'm not sure I've got the feature for that. So I'm going to kind of zap it over to the corner of the green, onto the pin there, which is playing about 173. Probably down about 10, wind's a little bit out the right, so 6 iron for me. Get down. Sit. Right, club. At least we've hit the green, that's the positive side of it. A lot of nearest pins and things going on up there, so try and work our way through it all. Up and over the hill. Get down there, get down there, get down there. Keep rolling. Wow. I didn't think that needed much more if it was running down to the hole there. Come on, let's mop one up, please. That'll do. Mopped up. So, some of you know, after a little mop-up putt, I've got a slightly different putter in the bag. PLD Ping. Purchased this one myself. The DS72, inspired by Mr. Hovland himself. I've actually done a video on the Hovland putter, just talking about the fact that it was slightly different to his actual putter. However, I've actually ordered myself one. Again, I'm not sponsored by Ping. Ping don't sponsor anybody, but I do want to see if we can try and bring Ping back a little bit, because they're now number 4 on the list of all the putter manufacturers out there. So let's see if we can make Ping putters great again. A bit of Holston putts, eh? Okay, again, forward tee, 393 off this back tee. We were on here today on the 9th. Great little hole. Up the hill, kind of pretty much, I would say, straight up. Bunker down the left-hand side, not going to be a problem, hopefully, today with the driver. Should just be able to whop it up over the top of it. So bad. So bad. Right, absolutely. It was a pretty bad shot, to be fair, but oh god, we're back in play. This is a very difficult way of filming this when you've got so many people around you, all wanting to get content, which is great, but when you're trying to actually create something, it's quite difficult. Still left with a lot of club in here. 171 yards up the hill. I can't see where the flag is, so I'm going to kind of put it in the middle of the green, really. Slightly into the wind, but a little bit jumpy, so I'm going to hit 6 iron. Oh, no draw. Come out like an absolute bullet though. Yeah, it's dry land. Well, I didn't need to worry about having enough club because I'm right at the back of the green. I've got an enormous putt down the hill. Enormous putt. So it's one of those that if you can 2-putt, you've got more chance of probably 3-putting than 2-putting, but if we can get a 2-putt and run away and get in the clubhouse, that'd be nice. It's end over end, isn't it? Go on then, stay on that line, stay on that line. Now stop. These greens are amazing, they're so fast past the hole. Right, now you get down here, you can see the slope as you get kind of over the ridge, which I couldn't see from at the top there. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Well, not the best 9 holes I've ever played. However, it wasn't about the score today. It was about using the Amazfit Balance 2 watch and putting it into play and putting it into a situation where it can help me navigate around the golf course, which I gotta say, more of a rangefinder player for myself. I think the balance of having a watch and a rangefinder for me still absolutely works. I'd rather have sort of front, middle and back, not sort of toggling around too much. But for the golfer out there that just wants to figure out their way around the golf course and plot their way around the golf course, this one is going to work really well. Comparing it to anything else on the market, it's very comparable. It's actually really quite easy to use. I'm going to carry on using it because this watch is just a little bit easier to use than my Apple Watch, and also my Apple Watch I have to charge every single day, whereas this one has got 21 days of life when it comes to the battery, which is a real win for someone like me. But I'd like to hear down in the comments, what do you think for yourself? Will you be going out and testing this watch and putting it into play for your game? Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you again on the next video.